So the first thing that we had to do was build driveway. We're fortunate enough that the driveway that we're building is on, sorry, bugs all over the place, on an old town road. They discontinued it back in the 1970s, and so it's been overgrown, and people had been using part of it for a while, but really starting to become overgrown, lots of trees, but fortunately no trees actually in the pathway, about 10 feet wide, but we needed a lot bigger to be able to get single wides down. That road looks like. So this is about 600 feet of it, and that right there, in my first video, I showed you the first 900 feet. So we're back down the road a little bit, and it has been quite a long effort because single wides are typically about 14 feet wide and quite a bit tall. So we had to clear lots of trees, width and height. And as you can see here, we've got most of the actual road done. It is not gravel or anything, but the width is done as far as the actual road, 14 feet for a single wide. The height isn't done, like those branches, either they're too low, they have to go, these sorts of things. Here, all of these saplings and such have to go to be able to make way for the power lines. And if you see like that tree right there, it's too close to the road, that's got to go. So there's quite a few bigger trees that you can kind of see in there that are either going to have to be limbed or completely removed just to be able to get power in there. I love trees. I love trees. That's huge. That tree, that's huge. We're keeping the, we're going to try and keep it, because those things take years, hundreds of years. Even, that tree is probably easily 100 years old. And those are things that you need to keep on your property because that adds value to it and it adds character. And those are all things that we want to keep. Obviously, one of the major things is when you're building a house is power. We were fortunate enough that the first 900 feet of road already had power because there used to be a house on this property, but was torn down before we bought it, and because it was just dilapidated. However, for the next 600 feet of road, there is no power. And the power company requires you to have a road next to it so they can access it, and also that the poles have to be at least 3 to 5 feet off the road and then 8 feet away from any given tree, and no limbs can be 15 feet above the wires. So if it's 16 feet above the wires, that's fine, but they're 40-foot poles. So we have to clear out quite a bit of width and height of trees and limbing to be able to make that happen. Today what I'm going to be working on is clearing out where my single wide is going to go and clearing an area because we're going to get this surveyed. That's my dad's backhoe. Very reasonably priced. We were able to get it. It's a 1985 John Deere. Still works great though. As you can see, all of this, all of these, it could be bush hogged, but I don't have a bush hog available to me right this second. So I'm just going to scrape the tops of it and just dump it all here. We'll probably burn it at some point because my single wide's going to go in here and my septic hopefully will go here as well, and along with my well. So I just want to get to work on that. And the surveyor is going to survey the acres that we are going to, my wife and I, get portioned off of the main community land. So that's it. How's it going, guys? I've been working all evening this Sunday, playing around with the backhoe, if you guys are just joining. I'm doing a short series about building on land, and right now, if you look at one of my previous ones, you'll see this plot of land where I'll be putting my single wide to begin with. It was completely a field. Now, as you can see, it's I took off the top layer, just all the grass and dirt and stuff, not looking to flatten out anything. I by no means am a backhoe aficionado. I pulled out a couple of trees, but yep, that's what on this evening, just to get this field cleared, because this is where we're going to start doing construction, hopefully within the next couple of months, and didn't want the grass to get too out of hand. So